paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. A little bit of Christmas music here. We got our whole panel here. Actually, we're
Nothing
back.
like getting fired up with some Christmas music.
You know, we signed off last week. He said it was going to be our last show, but we couldn't resist. You know, everyone's buying a house, and if you haven't got your approval letter in hand, we're going to tell you how to get
I have
one.
nowhere else to go.
And you have nothing else to do on a Saturday morning.
Well, we couldn't resist because the Fed raised rates, and we figured we better come back on the air and talk to everybody about it. And I believe today we're going to do the entire, not only the consumer community, everybody listening out there, but the entire lending community a favor about what's going on in the market. And if you haven't locked in your rate, if you haven't gotten up off your butt and gotten your lender, whatever lender you're going to, all your documents, go ahead and do it now. Refinance now, because in 4 or 5 years, rates aren't going to be this low. I guarantee it.
I got the email from Harry on Wednesday, I think. Was it Wednesday or Thursday maybe? And he goes, Footsie, he goes, we got to do a show. He goes, we got to go on. He goes, what, are you going to be in town? I'm like, yeah, man, we'll do a show. And yeah, the Fed did raise rates last week by a quarter percentage point. It's not a huge deal. I don't want people to panic about that.
No, but send your lender your refinance documents.
We've been saying for years,
rates
aren't going to zero. Stop worrying about an eighth of a point or a quarter point. You know, there are people that they bought as hard you call them the boomerang buyers. They had a foreclosure, a short sale. They bought FHA. They're paying PMI. And, this is the time to drop the PMI. Equity's coming back, values are coming back. And, there's definitely some options out there.
Well, you drop the PMI. That's number one. Number two, you're going to have big credit card bills. And if you're going to be in your house for a while and you're rolling over your credit card balances, paying 17, 18%, and you have equity in the house, take the cash out and pay off the bills, pay them down to zero, and then throw away the credit card.
As you would call it, toxic debt?
Yeah, toxic debt. What are you waiting for? All right, rates are not going down to zero.
Well, someone's been taking our advice. There's no doubt, or definitely our guidance. Purchase volume's been up. Dan Dubinsky joins us from Skyward Realty in downtown Royal Oak. Good morning, Dan. Thanks for coming in again. You know, we had to do the show because you couldn't come in last week. You had the kids, and welcome to our last show of 2015. Want to again announce that we are back next year starting on January 9th to give you all the information you need to make that home purchase for 2016, a very successful purchase. Again, there's buyers out now because they were looking at homes and they're getting excited about it, and they decided they don't want to wait, Dan, till the 2016 spring and summer prices come out, because with the lack of inventory, we do see that coming up this spring.
Yeah, every spring you'll see an increase. And if someone's taking the time during the holiday season and the cold weather to come out and look at your home, for the sellers out there, these people are serious.
And let's talk about facts.
Yeah.
Facts are, in the spring, houses on properties look nicer. Is that a fact?
Oh, without a doubt, sure.
So in the winter, conversely, they don't look as nice.
Right. So, some of the suggestions we have is put those spring pictures out, what they look like with flowers full in bloom, the trees with leaves. That really makes a difference.
And subsequently, aren't prices a little lower in Michigan in the middle of winter than they are in the spring and summer?
Certainly. Naturally, I go on a listing appointment and we tell the truth to our clients out there, and they say, okay, should we wait now or should we hold off until spring? And I tell them if prices will go up in the spring. Right now, what you have is we'll have more buyers out there right now.
That's right.
More serious buyers, right? Because anyone who's coming out looking right now, it's due to a job transfer or something that they need to move. They're just not choosing to move at this point.
There's no doubt, too, that the houses that were listed over the summertime or early fall, not only do they have to sell, the families have become more realistic about the sale prices. The comparables are out there. They can determine what's going on in their neighborhood. And now is the time to get the house sold. They're willing to accept a little bit of a negotiation.
Well,
the house is there and they got to move it.
Yeah, and the same thing with a seller. They're not going to put their home on the market at this time if they're not serious either. They have to move probably. They don't want people coming through their home during these times. They have visitors and family time. So, that from both ends, it works out that way. And, some of our best months have been in these cold months.
Well, contrary to popular belief, between Christmas and New Year's and the week leading up to, which is next week,
business gets done.
Business is being done, and there are busy people doing business. Mm-hmm. There's an old saying, if you want something done, give it to a busy person.
I had a real the other day. Kevin was pushing for a closing, and by the way, we're ready to roll. It's a new construction condo. We're waiting for some stuff from the builder and all that. And she kept telling me, she goes, well, when the Christmas break happens, Are we 15? Is there,
My kids are on break.
some
Yeah.
sort of-
You know, one of the things
Am I in college again?
one of the things I've always was tired of hearing is, yeah, let's get together after the
New Year,
holidays.
after the New Year.
Right.
What do you mean after that? Let's get together now.
There are opportunities between Christmas and New Year's. that
What are
people-
you doing right now? Okay, so if you have something to get done, give it to a busy person that's working right now.
Exactly.
The Christmas break.
Dan, we always segue
What are we,
into
15?
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, we always go into the conversation about rents being up all over. Of course, you're in Royal Oak, and all the young people, you know, the millennials, they love it down there. You get your Ferndale, everything that's going on in these little pockets. Of course, the Plymouth. There's other cities. I don't want to leave anyone out. Ann Arbor. They're all over the place, and these are great opportunities to buy. And again, if you're looking to rent in those areas, these kids are saying, "Wait a minute here." I might be better off buying the house with a family member, getting my parents to co-sign, purchase a house if they don't qualify, and then being the landlord and renting it out to their roommates. They're doing the numbers, they're doing the math, and they're saying, wait a minute here, now is an opportunity.
The only way I look at renters, when I see a renter, I usually think, oh, they get bad credit, or they're not going to be in this area for a long time. Otherwise, there's no reason you shouldn't be buying. I mean, with even though the interest rates went up,
There you
they're
go.
still historically
They didn't, hold on, time out. The Fed funds rate went up.
low. Okay, well, okay. So
Mortgage rates did not go up this
Right, but okay. So people, well, you should, disclose that. People don't realize.
People,
what that
people
is.
hear the rates went up and they naturally assume the rates went up a quarter point. I mean, that's not the case. Here, we've known rates are going up. The Fed funds rate was going up for 6 months, 8 months. So it's already built into the market. The market's already corrected itself.
Well said.
Paper says today, buying a car and buying a home. What does that mean to you? Because rates went up.
Nothing. It means absolute. The
Well-
Fed funds rate is the money the banks lend to each other on an overnight basis.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be passed on to the consumers. But yes, Dan, I'm glad you brought it up because consumer goods like automobiles, yeah, they are going to raise those because the Fed funds rate is tied in a little bit more with the prime rate. Now, there isn't a direct correlation between mortgage rates, but eventually, yes,
Well, it's going to
they
happen.
will follow suit.
So in essence, if you guys know, what does it mean for home buyers? Okay, the Fed funds rate increased by 25 basis points. The Fed doesn't control interest rates, but they do control the Fed funds rate.
So a lot,
Fed funds rate equals the interest rate banks charge when banks borrow. When banks' borrowing costs increase, consumer costs what? Increase.
Right.
Okay, this means the prime rate increases. Prime rate is the most widely used benchmark in setting home equity lines of credit and credit card rates. So, just because mortgage rates aren't tied to the Fed funds rate doesn't mean other consumer credit rates aren't going up. Mortgage interest rates will eventually go up.
So let me ask you this, and this is a common question we have from our purchasers. If I lock in a rate, how long does that rate lock for, and what does it cost?
How long do you want to lock it for?
Could you lock it for 6 months?
Sure.
Sure.
Does it cost you money?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the question. And what does it cost you?
It depends.
It all depends on your credit score, the loan to
Depends.
value, everything. I mean, I would never advise someone to lock for 6 months. If someone's building a house right now, I would never tell them to lock it until May of 2016.
Right.
You're going to
Again,
pay out.
I-
You're going to pay out the you know what. To
I always
lock
tell
it
you
down.
guys that I don't know the answers to these. I refer them to
Well,
someone
that's
who
right.
does, right?
So,
That's
and we tell people they can get any rate they want. If somebody came in my house and said, well, I want a 2% interest rate, that's good. We can buy it down to 2%. You're going to pay for it.
right.
I mean,
right.
you can do a 3-year arm.
Sure.
Buy it down.
Or do
Yeah,
whatever.
So it's a simple mathematical equation. What did it cost me to lock one in, and what the rate's gone up, and how?
And how long you're going to be in the house. So we do the math. We take what you're going to pay, divide it into how many months it takes you to pay it back. And then we determine with you if it makes sense.
This is exactly why I don't answer these questions or refer them to
Hey,
someone.
well,
who does.
thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, let me throw the number out there.
Hey,
248
that's why I don't sell houses either.
248-539-9797. Good morning if you're just getting up. Again, we're bringing you one more version here of the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. We are brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Our office is stacked with people, and they're trying to get your approval
Crazy
letter out to you.
busy.
Or refinance your home. If you haven't refinanced your home, definitely give us a phone call. I mean, this region is a great place to buy a house, and specifically Michigan. Our property taxes are relatively low compared to other places across the country. I mean, they're really not bad here. And when you look at, again, we talk about the tax benefits of home ownership. It sounds like as if it's not even talked about lately as much as it was, I think, when I was buying my first house. But there's many advantages to home ownership. And of course, ultimately, can the home appreciate? Maybe not. But it's this lifestyle. If you're looking to live in a downtown area, the Royal Oaks, you're downtown, you want to buy a house, be sure to give us a phone call. We'll get you that approval
Well,
letter.
Harvey, that's a great point that you bring up. But here's the thing. If you talk to somebody, it's like a stockbroker. If a stockbroker tells you that they know this stock is going to increase, It's like somebody telling you that they know exactly
They're lying
a
to you.
property is going to increase. They're lying to you. You got to run away from those people.
Well, those are the people back in the early 2000s used to say, all right, I'm going to buy this house as an investment, and then they'd start counting the money because things were going up quite a bit. I tell people, buy the home for the home, invest in other stuff.
For the quality of life, for the things that you're going to get, that's what you do.
Right.
I mean, if you can't count on the appreciation, those days are long gone.
All right, 248-539-9797. We definitely want to hear from you. Again, many families out there still looking to take advantage of a refinance transaction. Mortgage rates did maintain their lows, their 40-year lows, so there's still great opportunities. It means most of the world thought it was already, the Fed funds was going to bump a little bit, and it really wasn't affected into the long-term mortgage rates. The bonds have been really good. The bond market rallied a little bit. Now, the bond market will be closed next Friday for Christmas and then for New Year's. And again, this is a great opportunity, a great window to refinance your home. So when we come back, we'll tell you ways to save money. 248-539-9797.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
A big holiday event pull-ahead is going on at Jim Carsley Buick GMC. We'll end any lease 3 months early, and you get
Below employee pricing on a 2015 GMC Sierra 4x4 Elevation. 24-month loyalty lease for only $169 a month. $14.99 down and no doc fee. Hurry! Offer ends January 4th.
Jim Carsley, 16 and a half in Gratiot in Clinton Township.
Hi, this is Gary Morowski from Flame Heating and Cooling. Did you know Flame partnered with Bryant services more homes in Michigan than any other heating and cooling company? When you need an emergency repair or replacement furnace, call Flame. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help service your home. Call 888-234-2340 now to get your furnace inspected for only $99. That's 888-234-2340. Flame, partnered with Bryant, whatever it takes. Call Flame Heating and Cooling at 888-234-2340.
You ever wonder how much energy your, let's say, computer uses? Or whether there are easy ways you can cut down on your energy waste to save money? Well, DTE Energy has a great app that can give you that info. And here to tell us about it is Joel. Hey there, Joel.
Hi there.
Joel, tell me about this app.
With the free DTE Insight app and Energy Bridge, customers with an advanced meter can get all kinds of information.
Like what?
You can compare your usage over time, track the energy you may be wasting, and immediately see the effect of turning things off.
So you're saying I shouldn't leave my game console running all night?
That'd be a good place to start. You can even hold your smartphone up to an appliance cord to see just how much power it's drawing.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
It's really cool. And just by entering a little more information about your home, the app will recommend projects to save you even more money.
So how do I get this?
All you have to do is download the DTE Insight app from Google Play or the App Store and request an Energy Bridge through the app. They're both free.
Free? That's a great price. I'm going to download it today. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Come in.
Hey, Santa, you know how Carl's Golfland is always such tough competition for the Christmas gift market?
Yes.
Well, this year, Golfland's fruitcake, because we got the club to beat 'em, made with special North Pole composite materials.
Graphite, titanium.
Even better, candy canium.
Looks like a giant candy cane to me.
See, that's the beauty of it. The whole club is one giant sweet spot.
You really think people will ask for these over all the name brand clubs, clothes, and accessories in cars? You know they've got Callaway, TaylorMade.
Yeah. Titleist, Cleveland, Mizuno, Ping, yada, yada, yada. But they don't have candy canium clubs. I'm telling you, people will eat them up. So what do you think, Santa?
I think you need to get a grip.
A grip! I knew it was missing something. You're a genius. You know, that's why you're the big guy.
Carl's Golfland. Everything a golfer could ever hope for.
Happy holidays from Carl's Golfland, Bloomfield Hills, and Plymouth at St. John's.
Kid, this facility is like a ship. So how do I keep us on course without micromanaging every detail? Easy, with Grainger. Grainger's online tools help give me the visibility I need. I can shop, order, and manage all our activity. Oversee purchases, control costs, all while you guys get to order what you need when you need it. I run a tight ship, kid. I run it with Grainger. Get it? Got it? Good. Learn more at Grainger.com/online purchasing. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, with the clock winding down on finding the perfect gift, the jewelry store at Macy's is your go-to player. Here's the game plan. Rush to Macy's and score with their incredible collection of necklaces, pendants, bracelets, earrings, and more. Listen to this lineup: diamonds, sapphires, rubies, pearls, emeralds. And here's your game breaker. Dazzle her with a stunning diamond ring with sapphires, emeralds, or rubies set in 14-karat gold from Effie. Perfect gifts from the jewelry store at Macy's.
Don't have time to talk? Send us a text instead. The Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text, 97136. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
The hardest working sports fans in America are here on 97.1.
Wonderful Christmas music. There it is.
Wonderful time.
All right, it is a wonderful time in the air. Hey, give Capital Mortgage a call. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You're listening to the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. That's simple. We're here live in the studio. 248-539-9797. We are definitely in the Christmas season. We're trying to come up with ways to save you money. And we know one for sure is to
but we had a
refinance your
question,
house.
Harvey, that I feel we need to address. What was the zip code of that guy that ticket texted?
It was 586-871.
There you go.
Yeah, wherever that is. All right, so anyway, so the guy texts in, he says, who's the guy with the voice that sounds like he smokes 6 packs a day? Well,
3 packs a day, Harry.
3 packs?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a relevant question. The fact of the matter is I never smoked, I never drank, I never chewed tobacco, but unfortunately I came up with throat cancer over the summer. I'm out of treatment, all's well, and it just takes a little longer for my voice to get going in the morning.
You sound perfect to me, Harry.
Well, here's the deal. So the good news is that Wolfman Jack, Arthur Penhallow, and Eli Zaret made a living of having a worse voice than me.
They did okay.
So I hope that answers that guy's question about it. And if you can hear through my bad voice, which I admit it's bad, maybe you're going to get some good information, and maybe you could save some money instead of trolling on the radio and sending a ticket text. But I hope I answered your question for you.
You did. Yeah, 918 if you're just joining us.
Hey, and if you want to call the office and talk to me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll be there and my voice will sound a lot better.
Yeah, right. A little bit later in the day.
It's like warming up. You just got to stretch
It's
it, man.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
like this every morning, and then it gets normal in the afternoon.
You sound just fine.
We still love you, partner.
The troll's going, well, why don't you come on the air in the afternoon then?
Yeah.
Because you sound like crap.
We still love you, buddy.
Sorry about that. I'll go complain to my oncologist, okay?
We're really not supposed to sound good. We're actually mortgage people. We're good
That's
at the
right.
numbers.
I'm not a radio
We're not radio personalities. I mean, if we sound like some every now and then, okay, we're trying. Hey, a total reversal out there again. In the 2007 and 8, people were walking away from them homes. Now, families are getting back into buying homes, and it's really exciting. The credit standards got really tight, and you know what? Now they're back to normal. Everything's really settled down. If you had trouble in the past, give us a call, Capital Mortgage. We have the software program to get your credit scores up. If you haven't taken advantage of what's going out there in today's marketplace, again, you might have entered into a land contract. Well, maybe now's the time to give us a phone call. We'll get you prepared to pay off that land contract and save you money. 248-539-9797. Tons to share with you this morning. We have open lines.
You know, paying off that land contract, and a lot of people forget about this. You know, if it's recorded with the city, it's just like doing a simple refinance transaction. It's not complicated. It's very simple. There are a lot of people, again, and Harvey, I'm going to steal your word, buddy, is the boomerang buyers. They had to do a land contract because of a short sale or foreclosure or whatever. And it's very, very simple. And the land contracts tend to come with a higher interest rate. I mean, now's the time. And we talked during the break, and Harry said, Alex, stop saying rates aren't going up, because they really are. I mean, they're going to creep up. I think you said you tell people not to panic. I mean, they are going to creep up.
It's not a news flash that rates are going up. Okay, rates are going to go up.
Been said that forever.
Right? They're going to go up in the spring again.
Since 2012. Right? I mean, we were 30 years at 3.5.
It's going to happen. Trust me, it's going to happen. So that's why if you take precautionary measures, it's like investing in your 401k. If there are people that work for a company and they have a 401k and they're not investing in their 401k long term, okay, they're making a mistake, because 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, you're going to have a nice nest egg, and that'll be fine. If you don't do something now, you're going to be kicking yourself, because you're going to say, well, rates were in the 3s and 4s back in 2015, I didn't do anything.
I agree. The guy that texted said, "Sorry to hear that, Harry. Best of luck to you. Merry Christmas."
Oh, hey,
there you go.
You know
now
what?
I feel bad.
I'm glad I answered the question. I appreciate it.
I was flexing when.
Hey, good health and good luck to you too.
Let me ask you guys a question. I was with one of my buddies the other day, he's a financial advisor and a CPA, and I've always kind of said buy less. Like you don't need it. You don't need the huge house. You don't need if the computer says you can afford X. Buy for Y. Just take it easy. And he threw something out there. It was actually a really good point. He said if you buy a house for $200,000 and it appreciates at X, your $200,000 investment appreciates at 5% a year. But if you buy a house for $400,000, now your $400,000 investment appreciates at the same percent per year. I didn't really know what to say. He's like,
but Alex, don't you believe that people have to buy what they can afford? Don't you believe that people have to buy what they can afford and lay their head on their pillow down every night, go to sleep without having to worry if they can afford it or not?
I say that, yes. I sleep very well at night, not worrying about my bills. There are other things I worry about, my clients and, and closing loans and all that. But
can you afford a bigger, more expensive house?
Yeah, of course.
Would you ever do that to yourself if you couldn't afford it?
No, absolutely.
Okay. And you live in a nice house, you're very comfortable, and you don't worry about it.
I'm happy with that.
Right. I trust there are many people out there. The misconception used to be, and there's still people that fly under this flag, that buy a bigger house, it'll motivate them to do more and so on and so forth.
I don't like that attitude.
I don't believe that. They shouldn't do that.
Well,
Absolutely should not.
Factors you're not in control of that can affect that, right?
Look, there are plenty of things. Your job controls it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right? So I'm not a big believer in overextending yourself because it's going to motivate you.
When you buy a bigger home, too, you realize your heating costs are higher, all the taxes are higher. It's not just the cost of the house.
Ask Broski about that. Ask my father about
lots of bills.
The heating costs.
Look, you're buying a big house. You're buying a house. There's other things that come with it. Utilities, landscape, taxes, unforeseen circumstances, breaking down, maintenance, everything.
Yeah, a lot of upkeep on a house. Hey, it's 9:22 this morning. If you're just tuning in, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We're live here in the studio, 248-539-9797. Got our first call calling in right now. Scott out there in the car. Good morning, Scott. Welcome to our show.
How you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, sir.
Morning, Scott.
Good. Hey, I got a question. I got about 3 years left on my first mortgage. The balance is about, I'm guessing about $21,000, and then I got a second that I used to help pay for some college expenses, about $50,000. And I don't see a reason to do anything with the first, but I was just, if you have any opinions about just refinancing or what your opinion is. My rate is about 5%.
On the first or the second?
I believe in the first, and I think the second is about 4.5.
And that's based on prime, so that ticked up a quarter point as of last week, correct?
Probably. I haven't checked it.
So the second's probably a balloon. Is that correct? It's going to come due eventually in the next few years?
Well, it's a HELOC, but
yeah, so that's usually a 10 or 15 year balloon.
Yeah, what's your goal with the home equity loan? Do you like it, having it out there? You need it for those extra expenses? Are you done paying for college, or what's?
My big ticket expenses are done.
All right. So if you don't need it anymore, then it might be wise to roll the two together, get a lower payment, and then start paying that off. But I wouldn't do it on a 30-year, 25-year, 20. You might want to take a look at doing it on a 10-year and even paying it off sooner than that.
Yeah.
If you don't need and it's a checkbook line of credit, and I've got the same thing, you use it to pay ancillary expenses, and now those expenses are over.
Right.
Yeah.
So your recommendation is consider doing something and roll them both in, even though
if you don't need the HELOC anymore.
Right.
I'd maybe do a 10-year and wrap them together and be done with it, man, and just pay it off. I mean, you got 3 years or 2 years left on the first.
About 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd maybe do a 10-year, wrap them together, and just be done with it. I mean, Scott, I always said the whole point of a mortgage is to pay it off. I mean, I'll call you for the show and run some numbers for you.
Scott, how old are you?
53.
Okay, so that's great. So you're in really good shape. And you did a smart thing by using another financial instrument at a low rate to go ahead and pay those college expenses for your kids. I think that's wonderful. But if you don't need it any longer and that's done, then I say that you got to take a look at doing something, and we can call you and we can go over what your goals and objectives are.
Okay.
All right?
Awesome. Thanks for calling, Scott. Take care, man.
All right, good stuff. 248-539-9797. A lot of families adding those first and second mortgages together. Here, I like what you said. Again, if you're not using that second line anymore, let's do the numbers and see if the numbers work for you.
That's it. So I've got the same thing. Okay? What I did is I took a second out. I'm almost paid off on my first. I took a second out just to have it. All right? Haven't utilized it. Okay, but I know that if I need it, it's there.
It's there.
And it's a tax deduction. It's a lien against the house, and you get the tax benefit.
And the interest will be tax
There you go.
deductible. So therefore, and another thing, I'm not using cash.
Well, I
I'm
think
not burning through cash.
in
so.
Scott's case too, I think he took the second to go back to school.
College.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
college
he really invested it in himself. So,
well, I think it's for his kids.
Yeah.
All right, that's slow music means we're up against a little break here, but we're going to be right back. We want to take all your phone calls. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Davenport University has a growing reputation for teaching skills that employers want. In technology,
we've had great success hiring Davenport students. I think Davenport is emerging as one of the leaders in the technology space.
In healthcare,
today's healthcare industry is an increasing blend of business and technology. We make sure our graduates can hit the ground running.
And in business,
Davenport really teaches the skills that we look for.
Davenport gets it. The people in the class teaching subjects are the people that work with the same subjects day in and day out.
The professors were phenomenal. The classes were all directly applicable to my job and my career.
our students get hired by top employers. Come to Davenport and you could be next. Davenport, get where the world is going.
Earn a degree that will get you noticed by today's employers. Call one of our admission reps at 800-686-1600. Classes begin January 11th.
Attention shoppers, with discounts of up to 65% store-wide and no interest for up to 5 years, ABC Warehouse is the place to save and save big. Now through Saturday, get an LED 1080p 55-inch TV for just $398 or a stainless steel French door refrigerator for only $987. ABC Warehouse has the best deals and great gift ideas for everyone on your list. See the entire sale ad at abcwarehouse.com. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale. Attention shoppers, get to ABC Warehouse and get the best holiday deals guaranteed on appliances, TVs, furniture, mattresses, and more. There are doorbusters in every department, like a Beauty Sleep by Simmons plush queen mattress set for only $497, or an over-the-range microwave oven closeout priced at just $97. Don't miss the store-wide savings of up to 65% off and no interest for up to 5 years. Hurry, sale ends Saturday. The deals are always in the house. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
Surprise!
Hey, you always know what I like.
That's why you married me.
Hey, the holidays are a great time to remember all the people in your life. What better way than with Holiday Instants from the Michigan Lottery?
I love them. How did you know?
Pretty sure you told me, Grandma.
Did you think that I'd forget? It's the little things that matter. Did you think that I'd forget? The little things you've done for me.
Holiday Instants are fun to give.
One for Billy's teacher, one for Cliff the mailman,
And fun to get.
and one for me.
There's Holly Jolly Jackpot, Holiday Ice, Money Tree, and Holiday Wishes. And with top prizes up to $500,000, they can put a smile on anyone's face, even yours.
And how could I forget your face, the way it shines? The gift I like this season is to see your smile match mine.
Unwrap a win this holiday and play lottery games online from your phone, computer, tablet. Put more happy in your holiday.
Did you think that I'd forget?
Go to MichiganLottery.com.
At Al-Divi, we make car buying fun and easy. No games, no gimmicks, just great low prices and friendly hometown service.
During our year-end Blockbuster sales event, we'll lease you a new 2015 Dodge Charger SXT all-wheel drive for only $158 a month, a 2016 Jeep Cherokee Latitude for just $142, or a Ram 1500 Bighorn 4x4 for just $146 a month.
We'll give you more for your trade or get you out of your current lease early. Call 866-AL-DIVI. That's ALDEEBY, or better yet,
Stop in during the holidays at Al-Divi Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, your hometown dealer.
We're on Dixie Highway in Clarkston, just off I-75, exit 93.
I'll buy you a good cup of coffee.
And we got some really yummy holiday cookies.
And if...
Wait, Dad, I got this one. And if we can't make a deal, my dad will even pay for your gas.
Happy holidays!
They're your hometown dealer,
Al-Divi Dodge. Chrysler
Jeep.
Check your local paper for details or aldb.com. Sale ends January 4th, 2016.
Chevrolet and the Detroit Red Wings, a dream team. Chevrolet is now the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings. Meet the 97 Won the Ticket street team by the Gordie Howe statue on the Joe Louis Arena concourse before the Wings-Flames game Sunday night and register to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Red Wings game at Joe Louis Arena.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Linden Bay makes the season debut in the scores in the 7th round of the shootout. Canucks beat the Wings 4-3 in a shootout. Joakim Anderson, there we go. Pavel Datsyuk, Henrik Zetterberg scored for the Wings. Jimmy Howard, 37 saves. The Canucks had lost 3 in a row and 8 of 10 entering the game. Andre Drummond, 33 points, 21 boards. Reggie Jackson scoring 31. Pistons outlast the Bulls in Chicago in 4 overtime, 147-144. Warriors go to 26-1, avenging a lone loss, beating Milwaukee 121-112. The Sixers fall to 1-27. They lose to New York at Philly 107-97. And the wife of PGA golfer and world number 2, Jason Day, released from the hospital. However, Ellie Day, who was sitting courtside at the Cavaliers Thunder game on Thursday, when LeBron James dove for a loose ball and crashed into her, she is suffering from concussion-like symptoms, according to her agent, and is resting at home. From the 1-800-CALL SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
If you ever miss Stoney and Bill on 97.1 The Ticket, you can always hear their highlights at play.it, your new podcast network for best-in-class on-demand shows.
All right, if you're just tuning in, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Hello, Christmas music to keep in the season. I don't know this one. Dan, you know this one?
I might know it if you stop talking.
It's from Chris McKinney.
Is it? Yeah. Hey, this is the Hardcore Mortgage Show, again, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We're taking your phone calls, 248-539-9797. We snuck in one more show. We sort of sounded off last week and said we would be back on January 9th, but we had a lot going on out there, and so many families are back buying houses. We thought we'd bring you this show. If you are out there and you don't feel like you're educated on the process, please call Capital Mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. There's no obligation at all. And what you'll get is an approval letter. We'll run you through the whole system. We'll qualify you. We'll teach you the process. We'll teach you all about the components of home ownership. I'll tell you, if you're educated, that knowledge you have will give you the confidence, and that confidence is going to help you succeed in this home ownership thing. I'll tell you, buying a house first time, it's exciting, it's fun, and that little bit of knowledge will really get you through the process. Be sure to give us a phone call, 248-539-9797.
All right, a lot of love to the 419 out there. That's Toledo. Guy sent me, and he said his dad had throat cancer. His voice came back. They told me it's going to take about a year. So we'll see what happens if it ever comes back. But I'm certainly confident that it will come back.
There are a few guys that I golf with that got it too.
A guy that you introduced me to that was coincidentally.
Yeah, the guy that was my age.
He was coming out of treatment when I was going into treatment.
Yeah, and his voice it's came back. And
so he and I got together and talked about it. It's really good if you can talk about it with people who have been through it. And I don't wish it on my worst enemy, but see, my voice is even getting better right now.
See, as the day goes on,
as the day goes on, I sound more and more normal.
You're a second half player, bro. You're a finisher.
Hey, bro. hey, leave it. Give me the ball with time running out, bro. I want to take the shot. There's no question about it.
It's funny. Talk about all these guys, that I golf with or whatever. So my buddy Mike texted me and said that he's like, hey, he goes, great point, Alex, about overextending. I just gave one of my nieces a lecture on that, on overbuying, buying a bigger house. Bigger house, the bigger the operating cost. Have a nice Christmas.
Yeah, you can't. There's a lot of things that come with buying a house. There's a lot of responsibility. All right, just because your friends are buying a big house.